Hello, so today I'm going to take you through adding an employee in the HR and payroll section under the employees tab. So this section is actually divided into two parts. One is the search area, and the second is the data area, where you can find the details and information about all the employees of your organization, which you have entered in this system. So now I'm going to show you how to add a new employee within the system. So simply we click on Add New. And once we click on Add New, we'll be redirected to a page that we have to enter all the details of the employee here. So one of them is the title. So whether you're referring them to as professor, the engineer. However, if you do not have a title, then you can leave it blank. The first name is vital, so we can name him John. Father's name, okay, and then the birth date. So this can be like 12. And then the hire date as to when you have hired this employee. So let's say then we will select the person type. So whether it's an employee, advanced, or a former employee, so it's an employee. And then the marital status, whether they're single, married, or divorced, single. Nationality, so we'll select the nationality, let's say. And then gender and place of birth. Country of birth. You'll select it. And then a phone number. So then residency place, region, and the status. So you will enter if the status of the employee, if they're an active employee, they're currently working in your company, not active, like they might have been on leave or not installed, they've escaped, or the cancellation of residency, so they've resigned. So now John is an active member. The job grade, it is, you're going to choose the degree that they have. So whether they have a diploma, master, or bachelor's. So then the organization department that they're working in. So we'll go for XYZ Limited job. They're going to be a .NET developer there, and the person. So the job is the position that they have in the company. Then the person category, whether they are a permanent employee or whether they're a volunteer or an internship or a daily commuter. So for us, it's a permanent employee. Then the organization branch. So let's say XYZ Limited again. The supervisor. So you'll select the supervisor. The payroll type. So whether they'll receive their salaries in cash or in checks. So cash. Sponsor, if they have a sponsor. And lastly, their email address. So and then, sorry. And then the probation. So if they have a probation period, so we will enter the probation period in months. And tickets, if they have tickets for traveling home annually, then you'll enter the details, like the number of tickets that they have available for them, the tickets after years, and destination country, so their home country, the ticket class, and the amount. And then there is a notice period, so we'll enter the notice period for the employee according to your law in the country. And then payment type. So this can be like cash. And yeah. And then when you scroll down, you can see areas such as visa details, passport details, identity card details, salary elements, and attachments. So in the visa details, you can enter the details of the visa of the employee. So whether they're on a residency, a visit, a business, or a study visa or a Muharram visa. So it's a residence visa. And the visa number is technically the the ID number, in this case in our country, the place of issue, date of issue. So it will be in October. His hiring date was on the 12th. So 12th, the same date of expiry. So it will go on the 11th, 10th of 2020. And then the visa cost, if you want to mention the details of the visa cost and who it has been issued by, so the department, so, or the consulate, so Dubai, then we click on add new. So the details of his visa will be added. And then second, we can go to the passport details. Here we'll enter the details of the employee's passport. So whether it's a normal passport, a diplomatic, a travel document, others. So it's a normal passport. Then here we'll enter the passport number. And then after that, we will select the country of issue. So if it's United Arab Emirates, no, sorry. And then the place of issue will be, and then the date of issue. So it will be like and date of expiry will be and the notes. If you want to add any notes about that, then we click on add new. So the passport details are also entered. Then identity card details. So this one, you're only going to select the date of expiry for the passport. So it will be on of the ID card. So that will be on the 11th of card number. So this can be your identity card number. And then we click on add new. Then lastly is the salary element. So if you're providing a basic, an accommodation, transportation cost, and other allowance costs to your employee, then you can enter them individually here. So here we'll select like, let's say 2000. Start period can be to the end of the year, let's say as an example, and we can say basic salary. Then you can simply just keep on adding to that. Once all the details are entered and the salary elements are entered after defining the payroll element, then you're able to click on save. Once you click on save, the data of the employee will also be added. And lastly, there is one other section I would like to inform you about. There is an area that you can upload the image of your employee so you can better define and identify the employee. So here you can add the image of the employee for your reference. And then at the very end, next to salary elements, there's an attachments area. You can attach documents like their image, their passport copy, their visa copy, all of that for your references. And then you can name them like profile picture. Then you can click on add new and all of this will be added in the system. Then you can click on update and the data will be updated. Now, after that, as you can see now, Johnson is added in the system. Then you have four options. You have four options to decide whether you want to change any details of this record. You can either edit the record, so it will take you back to the same screen where you were entering details about the employee, John. Second, you can either show or preview this record. So all the information that you entered in the add new screen, you can preview them. So, but it's not editable. Then the third one is the delete options. You can delete the record if you'd like. If the employee is no longer working with you and you don't want any records of the employee anymore in your system, you can delete it. And lastly, and the last one is the audited info. So here you can see details of the last user who, or the name of the user who has entered or added this record in the system, along with their creation time and date. And if the record was updated, so let's say I just updated the record because we did not add any attachments. So we went back to the edit screen and we added an image. So once you do that, when you make any modifications after the time that you enter a record or about an employee, then the details of the person who has lastly modified the record will be appearing here along with the modification time and date. So this is how you can navigate through the employees section and how you can add a new employee. Thank you so much.